Morning all. Thought I'd have one or two games this morning. While we're waiting, I'll look at some. Not too long there. So LightRain. Maybe I'll try a Dutch Stonewall. It was quite dangerous yesterday facing it. Or a Leningrad Dutch. I think Dutch Stonewall. What's its history recently? Mixture, 5 minute, 15. Whoa there! He's been winning a lot with his 15 here. I think this is going to be a dangerous opponent. There's only lost one there. Okay. Anyway, so a 2179. Let's go play for E4, this could be painful. If I play D4, central meltdown in progress. Is it that bad? I suppose 96, he gets the light square bishop now. Perhaps I should slow down here. Right, maybe even stronger, that move. Whoa! You thumped already? Oh dear, oh dear. This looks terrible. It is too early in the morning, probably a too strong an opponent. I don't know, knight G4, knight E6. I lose the exchange or something. That move instead of just knight E6 is a bit of a shocker. We're at rook. No, maybe I should move the rook. I could try moving the rook. I'll try moving the rook. Away from danger, 96. It's horrible knights. Horrible. It's always 5 minutes very powerful racing. 3 minutes not bad. Okay. So has he got a big positional advantage here? That's the question. And maybe I should get another coffee actually, if I lose this horribly, which is likely. So much for the Dutch Stonewall. You played the right plan, I think, for a quick D3 and E4. So, okay, Bishop D2. Can I try kicking these knights? H6 create more weaknesses, but I don't like the look of these knights. Actually, why wasn't knight E5 useful? It would have blocked against knight E6. Perhaps I should start slowing down. I'm missing key resources there. Knight E5, and then H6 would have been. Oh well. So knight E6 here is starting to look dangerous. What about Queen B6 and then maybe G5? Just to sort of loosen these knights. Maybe try and win one of the knights. E6. So knight E6 now. Instead of taking to play Queen B6 would mean actually G5 is a threat He could play h4. Does he really want to leave a knight on e6? That's the question. So maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe I can get back here if I play like bishop d7. If he has to move knight f3, bishop d7. Maybe then queen c7. Okay, so queen b6 here. What's going on here? Not too many squares for the queen if I want to keep pressure on there. So is g5 actually a threat? That's the question. Or knight e5 even? Simply blocking that protection. So say h4 knight e5. Actually that starts to look pretty interesting. Knight d5, bishop d5. It's got knight d5 here, right? So I take here. So c takes, I suppose, knight e5. Oh, alright, the queen's going to come in for a kill, is it? So king h7. Alright, I think I better, I don't know, takes, he needs to win this f5, so probably in trouble here. Queen h5 looks pretty crushing. I think this is probably less at evil time. Sack a pawn here for a bit of counterplay. So bishop f5, maybe knight e5 and queen c6 on the diagonal. Queen h5 is quite powerful. That bishop f8 against bishop h6. Okay. No option, I think, is that? So queen h5, bishop f8. Can I get the queen in over here? And bishop g7 here? Has he miscalculated? I'm hoping he's playing a bit too quickly. He seems to be playing too quickly, but we get mated with queen g6 on this knight e5 to the rescue. I think knight e5 is pretty strong here. Stops in use of g6, attacks the queen. I'll go for that. I'll get onto this knight f3 line. Doesn't that look good? Going for knight f3? I think something's... Has he completely overestimated his position, or my imagination? He is a piece down here. It is early in the morning, but we've been playing this game far too quickly, both of us. Okay, so there's a few questions that spring to mind here. One is queen d5. Okay, he doesn't play that. So what about queen c6 simply then? Just on his sensitive squares. Bishop e4. And then queen f6. Black just queen f6 straight off the bat. f4. Is it worth prompting? I think queen f6. So I don't know about f4. I don't think e8's a liability just yet. So queen c6, bishop e4. I suppose I should... Hang on a sec, let's just invest some time here. Just invest more time for the sake of just getting to know the position a little bit more intimately here. It isn't 5-minute chess. I need to get used to this. I think these have been good training for over the board actually, to play the position more. So a typical sort of generalist move would be queen f6, just to sort of get the queen nearer to the king. But as we sort of play the position here, more the finesses. f4, knight c6, and then I lose e8, so I'd have to play knight f7, in which case queen g6 is important there for supporting knight f7, shielding this diagonal. So actually queen f6 is not bad. I think it ticks the boxes. So Queen F6. So F4 Knight F7. If Bishop G6, I play check. Mind you, takes Bishop G6, Rook E7. I think it's okay, this Knight F7 business. What else? I want to play maybe Rook F8 to be on F2. If that bishop goes then to E4, Queen F2. Forcing moves, the check is hopeless at the moment. It hasn't got any severe battery at the moment, so what about just Rook F8 prompt F4? It is a bit of a weakening move, which should come up later as a problem. I get away from this queen. Okay, so Knight C6 now. Unless there's anything stronger. Queen F7, I don't think so. So I still seem to be a piece up after all that. For how much? For two pawns. Kings, that's alright. The queen's okay there. But there's time to invest for quality moves here. 9 minute 45. He's blitzing me. He's encouraging me to blitz. So if I don't avoid catastrophic blunders like Rook E8, this should be okay. What about Knight E7 to Rook E6? Okay. It's Queen F5 on the cards just to evict that queen. Would that be so bad? Win D3 if he moves the queen. Potentially. Simplify. I think so. Queen F5. I can't see anything much wrong with Queen F5. Knight B4, Rook E6, and I don't know, Rook H6 might be painful. So I think Queen F5. I think I should go with Queen F5. Any other finesses in the position? Knight B4, for example, Rook E6, Queen F5, Rook H6, end of game. So I think I've got to evict his queen again. It's still lurking around my king here. Ah, what's this? Here's a piece down. So surely simplifying does do the trick here. Knight B4, Bishop B7, Rook B8, Bishop E4. So is he going for my pawns now? Or Rook E8? He's playing for Rook E8. Okay. So Rook E1 and Rook E8 might be the threats now. If I just try and play Rook B8 for the moment, just to play Knight B4. Actually, with Rook E1, I've always got Bishop F8 or Rook F8. So I just want to counter attack on B2, threaten Knight B4 without losing B7. If Bishop E4, right? So Knight B4, Rook E8, just Rook F8, I think. So Rook F8 here. I don't think anything else is that palatable, actually. So actually on D3 and A2 now. So, right, I've still got plenty of time. So if I play Bishop takes F8, is he really going to lose his Bishop now? I'll lose the A2 pawn. That could be significant. He's blocked over here. Bishop G6, King G7 if I want it. So I think taking this pawn and then B5 looks good. Anything else I need to check here? There's a pin and there's no check on the knight squares. I could use the pin first and then knight takes D3. I think the pin might be better. Yes. Say King F2. There isn't knight D3, but maybe knight A2, Bishop B7. Rook takes. I think the pin No, hang on. He just moves the rook, so this is my chance to take that pawn. Alright, let's not get too short of time, and there's rook a1. Alright, move this guy first. What about knight c2 to e3, just positional? So a3, knight c2 to e3. Oh, that would have been good, just establishing a knight. So I need to slow down. I've got 6 minutes. How long? I don't know. I don't want to get too short of time, but it is a piece-up situation. Okay, I can get the knight into e3 now. And now I can play for b5 and try and target b2, like in the recent Iranian loss where b2 was targeted. So b5. Right, go down this b file. So what about just rook b1 threatening for the first time mate, rook f1? That's quite cheeky. Now where to move this bishop? Get the king in. The game of controlling the only file, so get my king a bit useful. Get the bishop maybe to a5. Zigzag. Don't tell me I've just missed the mate in one. Oh, I could have exchanged off rooks. Alright. Yeah, rook f1 was good because I'm controlling g4. So I think I need to try and slow down, but it's difficult. He's still blitzing me. So bishop a5 to e1 or something. So bishop e1 threatening nasty things now. So this bishop is making its presence felt, but his pawns are 3-1 over here. Can I just play rook f1 if I want to get the rooks off? But do I keep? I don't know. Bishop e1 looks pretty good. Rook h2. What about just rook f1? Okay, I'll just seal this. Oh, he's going to get these huge pawns. So what about bishop e1 here? Doesn't help the situation. These huge pawns probably. Yeah, I should be worried about them. Is he going to win a piece up? Piece down after rook f1? Actually quite stuck here. Rook g1, bishop e1 for rook g3. That looks good. Although f5 is looking dangerous. I'm keeping things in check though with hg, winning this thing. So bishop e1, rook g3 coordination. Bishop e3, bishop e1. If rook e2, rook g3. If rook h2. Well, so this f5 is a serious menace at the moment. So taking on g5 is good for rook g1 being a good move. So okay, so play check here. Is that any good? Hope so. There's bishop e1. I just want to get the bishop to e1. Well, there's rook f2 if I want to simplify for knight d1. Is it worth going in for that? He's going to get 2 passed pawns. I think the bishop's going to handle the pawns. I hope. I didn't need. Well, I could have gone for a simpler way of getting rid of the rooks, that's for sure, than this knight fork. Okay. Target these pawns. He's going to play f5. Horrible pawns. Try and get them forward. Exchange of prisoners. 5 minutes each. Bishop a6, bishop g5, f6, king g6. I think my bishop can come back to d6 here. Or is 2 pawns in meltdown here? F7 bishop d6. Okay. I hope my knight's not getting trapped. Oh, blimey. He's got passed outside a pawn, but I can play bishop b8. Oh, my knight's getting trapped. How pleasant. I went in for d3. Yeah, I'll for a draw. Yeah, it's fair enough result. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I don't know if I was playing too quickly, too slowly. I seemed to be clearly worse, and then I was piece up, and then that was didn't need to do that unsound thing. It turned out to be unsound. Thought it was going to be relatively plain sailing, but I was mistaken. Perhaps I should have just exchanged. Well, I missed my chance for rook f1. Just getting the rooks off, clear piece up, no problem. The pawns were not a menace at that point. A few moves later, they come slightly menacing. Still a piece up, but the knight's stranded there, about to be munched. Okay, so yeah, draw a fair result. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.